45 years ago, it seems like a lifetime. Well, it is a lifetime ago, isn't it? For goodness sake. And I was on the school bus or college bus, sixth form bus, coming home from Nuneaton to a little Hurley, a little village called Hurley. Lynn, who I'd never met or I didn't know of before at all, was on the same bus. She got off about two or three stops before me at the same village. And as she walked past me to get off, she reached over and grabbed my college scarf and then sort of smiled at me and walked off. And I remember being sat there thinking, what do you do now? Now, I was 16, Lynn was maybe 18, little slightly older than me, and she was on the beauty therapy course. I was on the sixth form course, so not even the same college, but on the same bus. And she was the little blonde in one of those white white outfits, uniforms that, beauty therapists wear with the little white shoes and the whole kit. And I thought, well, that could be interesting. But I remember thinking, do I get up and go after her and get my scarf back for a start, or just leave it and I'll figure it out, get it the day after or something else like that? And I went after her and jumped off the bus and we walked along. All was obviously fine. It was just a ruse. But anyway, and since that day, which was mid or late November, 45 years ago, we haven't been apart since. And we've been together, married, and all this sort of thing, travel the world. And now we're sat in France and here in Luxembourg. But I always wonder if two things. One, we hadn't been on the same bus together. I hadn't had my scarf with me that day, and Lynn had been on a different day or a different college. I'd been off sick or whatever it was. Hadn't been on the same bus, or even if she'd have walked along and grabbed my scarf, and I hadn't gone after her and sort of went after her to get the scarf back, what would have happened? The future would have been potentially, well, it would have been totally different. It would have been totally different now. Perfectly happy with the future the way it's been, what happened, all good. But I always do wonder, well, if I hadn't, or she hadn't, or the stars hadn't have aligned, where would we be? Separate, maybe we'd be happy or unhappy. I've no idea. You can't really tell. But this is the challenge with decisions because we make a decision and we might think about it or think we can weigh up the pros and the cons and the pluses and the minuses and we do all this sort of amazing thinking and actually we have no clue. We have no clue where the consequence of this decision, a yes or a no, will take us for good or for bad. We have no idea. That's the beauty of it. So when somebody says they want to think about something, it amazes me. People want to think about stuff. They want to think about coming to a workshop, think about going to an event, think about coming to the pub, think about going on holiday. What are you thinking about? And when we think about things, we're thinking about things as we feel now, based on our experience, our history, and our knowledge. What we can't use to think about is our image of the future or our knowledge of the future because we have no idea what it looks like. Nobody has any idea about it. So if you catch yourself with an opportunity of some sort, now for me, if I can get to sort of 50, 60% happy with a deal or an opportunity or something like that, I'll go for it. I'll either figure out the next 50% in terms of hard work and luck and we'll sort it out, or we can unravel it and I'll go back to square one. We can always not go forwards with it. But don't say no to everything. Don't keep thinking about things because you don't know what the consequences are going to be. You really don't, for good or for bad. And the challenge is that's how we base our lives and we think we know best about the future, and we really don't. I had no idea that we'd end up, all over the UK working businesses, two fabulous sons and grandsons, and living in Las Vegas and living in France and working in Luxembourg and all the things we've done. No idea that was going to happen. No clue. But it worked out okay. I don't know what the alternative would have been. It may have been better. Lynn could have met somebody good looking and rich for a start, not somebody like me, and may have gone on a different trajectory. I've no idea. It could have been a lot worse. Who knows? That's the joy of it. So when somebody says to you, here's an opportunity to do something or whatever it is, stop thinking. You don't know what you're doing. You haven't got the equipment for it. And what it's based on, decisions are based on fear. Fear of the unknown and the uncertain and the what could be. And we always believe that where there's uncertainty, it's going to be bad. Well, what if it was uncertain and good? What if it was uncertain? And even if it went wrong, you could still get out of it. You could still scroll back. Don't give, 100,000 to a scammer. That's a bit high. I'm not suggesting that. But when you get an opportunity to do something or go somewhere or register for something, just go for it. Stop worrying. Stop thinking. You don't know what you're doing. You never know where you could end up. So here's an opportunity for you. Here's an opportunity, okay? Ping me a note. We'll have a conversation about life and business and 2025 and all things that are going on. And you never know. You never know. We might take to each other. We might go, actually, we can do something here and do something amazing for 2025. Or you can sit back and go, nah, I'm going to think about it. Not for me. Sounds dodgy. Sounds iffy. Who's going to pick up the phone? Who's going to drop me a note? I dare you. Have a go. Might be fun. You never know what can happen. At least you'll have a chat with somebody. I mean, for goodness sake, you never know. Anyway, have a great day. Stop thinking and stop worrying about things you don't know about. My goodness. Anyway, have a great day. Drop me a note. Let's have a conversation and let's see where it takes us. Exciting stuff. Take care. Bye for now.